The auto difficulty is one of the two difficulties that didn't exist at the beginning of the game. Back in version 1.1, a creator named Matty made a level called Best Automatic Level, which is a level that plays by itself. Since RobTub hadn't planned a special difficulty for levels like that, they all ended up being rated as easy 1-star. It wasn't until update 1.6 that the auto difficulty was officially added to the game. Ironically, some auto levels actually require a few inputs. Most of these were rated before 1.7 as easy 1-stars since they were too easy to fit as a 2-star. But when RobTop introduced the auto difficulty, all easy 1-stars were converted into auto 1-stars. This created odd cases like Geese by Czar, which is labeled as auto but actually requires you to play to beat it. Funny enough, that level along with a few others received a lot of dislikes after the change since people expected them to be fully automatic. It's also been a few years since auto levels stopped being made as often, and it kind of makes sense. A level that plays by itself takes away the main purpose of the game, actually playing it. If you just want to watch a level, you can look up its name on YouTube. Modern auto levels are mostly used for animation and storytelling instead of traditional automatic gameplay. The easy difficulty is often known as the user coin farm. If you want to farm user coins, just play some easy levels and look around. A lot of them give coins practically for free. Most levels in this category are meant for beginners with the simplest and most sight-readable gameplay possible. But that also comes with a downside. They are hella boring to play. If you are already an experienced player and try a 2-star level, you might as well fall asleep while doing it. In recent years, the standards for what counts as an easy level have dropped a lot. To get your level rated easy now, you basically need to include no more than 2 clicks. If you add any different gameplay style or even a small gimmick, it will be rated 3 stars instead. As mentioned in the easy difficulty, normal levels are basically what happens to any attempt at an easy level that includes slightly challenging gameplay. If you play old 2-star levels, you will often find them more difficult than modern 3 stars. One of the most interesting things about this category is that, for some reason, many normal levels have demon difficulty coins. A good example is a level called Nizomari, which has one of the hardest user coins in the entire game. The coin route is so precise that it basically plays like an extreme demon. The hard difficulty is the first difficulty that has 2 separate star ratings, 4 and 5 stars. 4-star levels are already an evolution from 2 and 3 stars in terms of gameplay, since creators can include more mechanics without the difficulty rating of the level being inflated. But they are still usually very boring. The biggest challenge while playing levels like Acid Factory or Flappy Hexagon is trying not to yawn in the middle of the run. With 5-star levels, things start to get more enjoyable, but they are also some of the most forgettable levels in the entire game. What is even the most downloaded 5-star level? Oh wait, it's Outer Space. Harder difficulty is where a lot of the banger levels are. Aiming for a harder difficulty while building your level is a great step. However, 6-star levels can be a hit or miss. You either get a masterpiece that everyone loves, like Cataclysm, or utter garbage, like Magmatic Sanctuary. 7-star levels, on the other hand, are like the richer, more polished cousin of 6-star levels. The gameplay is just more enjoyable and very close to an ideal difficulty that maximizes fun. I mean, when you look at a level like Slam by Rafer, it's not hard to think about anything besides masterpiece. If harder 7-star levels are gold, then insane 8-star levels are diamonds. This is usually where you find the perfect balance between difficulty and fun, since the average player doesn't need to spend too much time just to beat them. 9-star levels, however, are almost the complete opposite. They are so close to demon difficulty that many of them actually are demons, but are just rated wrong. They can be incredibly frustrating, and when you finally beat one, you just feel bad because you realize that you could have played an easy demon, put in almost the same effort, and earned an actual demon instead. Back in version 1.2, a player named M2 Cole created a level called Demon Park. That level was so difficult for its time that the insane difficulty wasn't enough, so RobTop had to introduce a new difficulty tier for levels like it, inspired by the level's name called Demon. Nowadays, demons have become so varied that we need to divide them into 5 separate difficulty categories. Easy demons are usually pretty chill and consistent, except for that one notorious part in each level, Problematic's first cube, decodes UFO, you know exactly what I'm talking about. On top of that, there are far too many easy demons that wouldn't even qualify as demons by today's standards. Many would be insane or even harder. Medium demons are generally more consistent than easy demons, but they can also be far more annoying. If you decide to play an old medium demon, be prepared to face some of the most frustrating timings of your life. If a level was rated medium demon back then, you can be sure it's not going to be free. Modern demons are alright, I guess. For some reason, a lot of them have boss fights. And shout out to Skeletal Shenanigans that in just a few months became the most downloaded medium demon. By a lot. Whenever you beat your first hard demon, you always feel a big step up in the game. A lot of the classic hard demons just help you get better at the game. 9 Circles, Forest Temple, Forsaken Neon just test your skills so much at the game. Also, a fun fact is that the hard demon face is the same one as demons used to be before the demon tiers were introduced. So basically, RobTop was just lazy and used the same icon for it. Unless we're talking about an easy insane demon like Windy Landscape, most insane demons feel like they're designed to just break your fingers. Comparing insane demons to extremes is kind of like comparing 9-star levels to demons. They're just one step away from the highest difficulty, and most of the time they're a pain to play. At that point, it's honestly more worth grinding Aku than going down this rabbit hole. And for some reason, Zobros is the CEO of Insane Demons. He has a lot of Insane Demons rated. At the very top, Extreme Demons are the biggest challenge you can face. But funny enough, beating an easy Extreme Demon is nowhere near the hardest levels. Extreme Demons are old, very old. And over time, as harder levels were created, the gap between the easiest and hardest extreme demons grew wider and wider. To put it into perspective, the jump in difficulty from Tidal Wave to Bloodbath is larger than the gap between Bloodbath and Stereo Madness. The step is so massive that RobTop should introduce a 6th demon rating just to cover those levels. Extreme demons have been ruining players' lives since 2015, and especially now. Even if you spend months grinding to beat a top 10 level, you'll barely get any recognition from the community. So if you plan to grind one, have in mind that it's purely for your own achievement. When a level is uploaded but doesn't have enough ratings to have a difficulty, it is labeled as unrated. You'll usually find these in the recent tab, and honestly, they're the most random stuff ever. You can stumble upon anything from a single block to a hacked mess, or, if you're lucky, an actual good level that might even be rate-worthy. If you ever get bored, it's definitely worth giving them a try.